Sign up for free Stratfor Intelligence. Simply enter your email address to receive 2 free reports each week.
Iran has reportedly deployed submarines to the Red Sea in what appears to be another highly symbolic and low-cost power projection move. The timing of this deployment comes at a particularly tense time in the region, but if you take a hard look at Iranian capabilities beyond the symbolic actions and the rhetoric, you'll find that Iran is still facing a number of very large limitations. Iran's state-run Fars news agency reported today that Iranian submarines have made their way to the Red Sea and are being accompanied by the Iranian Navy's 14th Fleet. Now, we saw a similar move by the Iranians back in February when Iran deployed 2 warships through the Suez Canal on its way to Syria in the Mediterranean. That was the first such deployment since 1979. The U.S. response to these Iranian military maneuvers has been pretty consistent and can be summed up in as many words as no big deal. The United States is making a concerted effort to deny Iran the attention it's seeking through these military posturing moves. Obviously, Iran has a big opportunity on its hands, and they're lying in wait to fill a power vacuum in Iraq once the U.S. leaves. The sight of Sadrite militiamen marching through the streets of Baghdad sends a very powerful message by the Iranians to the Arab states as well as to the United States that it has militant proxies that are ready to go to war if the United States even thinks about extending its stay in Iraq. This is all about Iran calling dibs on the Mesopotamian sphere of influence. At the same time, you have uprisings across the region creating very real problems for long-standing Arab monarchies. Bahrain is a prime example. Today, Iranian President Mahmoud Ahmadinejad said, and I'm paraphrasing, that the real problem in Bahrain is not between the people and the rulers of Bahrain, it's with the U.S. military presence in Bahrain. Ahmadinejad added that Iran has a formula for the settlement of the Bahraini crisis, but it would only introduce that formula when the conditions were ripe. Ahmadinejad is issuing a very explicit ultimatum to the GCC states. Basically, he's saying, look, you guys have internal problems. You accuse us of meddling in your internal affairs and inflaming those internal problems. Now, that may be the case, but let's talk, and we can help make those problems go away. The price of that is going to be for you to kick the United States out. Now, the real question is, does Iran have the leverage to be making these kinds of threats and ultimatums? Certainly, Iran has a robust set of non-conventional capabilities to bring to bear, and we've seen that through Hezbollah in Lebanon, through its militant assets in Iraq, and even through its links to the Shia opposition in Bahrain. But the GCC states, much less the United States, are not entirely convinced that Iran has what it takes to reshape the politics of the region. Therefore, even as Iran is trying to coerce its Arab neighbors and the United States to negotiate on its terms and reach a solution that would aim to recognize Iran's sphere of influence while limiting U.S. influence in the region, the more likely effect is that the GCC states, along with the United States, will band together in search of ways to try to keep the Iranians contained.